And we're back. This is a Middle Perch on the internet live, and I am MTK on the MIC. It is Thursday, February 7th in Asia and Australia. Wednesday, February 6th everywhere else. This is a song I composed called Schleerm. That was Schleerm. This is a song that's set at 1 beat per second here. 1 beat per second. That's 60 BPM if you couldn't figure that out. I don't know, but we have arrived, and I'm looking for... There it is. And today we are going to discuss a variety of things. Or maybe we won't. Who knows what will happen. Reminding you that one of the purposes of a Middle Perch Live is to let it be live. That means is let things happen. Don't try to force them to happen. Let them happen. And when you let things happen, don't force them to happen, the results can be more creative, intriguing, interesting, or they could be more boring, non-compelling, and a reason to change the channel, as they say. I have no interest in any of that because that is not why I'm making these programs. These programs are for posterity at the end of the day. To tell the world I existed, I, MT Karthik, existed, and I did the things I did, protesting. It became the natural order. I was avant-garde for 30 years until I became uninteresting to everyone, and so being avant-garde is not possible. And then I just ran out of steam, to be honest. And it leaves me in a position at midlife where my goals seem to be quite different from those of others. I am anti-capitalist. I am interested in change and education. And I like things that are fun and creative. And I like things that are raw, like handmade and auto pintura, as they say. I did a lot of radio in the days, and so resorting back to that as a skill set. Going back on the mic, MTK on the MIC. Can you see that? I don't even know if you can see that. That red I added there. I have used a lot of those other ones, Ustream and iVlog and JTV and Vaughn TV. And I'm on Twitch, but I don't use it. And in reality, I didn't really think that any of them were very successful at what it is they were trying to do, or what I was hoping they would let me do. And along came YouTube's new attempt. Now, YouTube, it strikes me, because of its backing from the Alpha, Beta, Google Corporation, will end up lasting longer than any of the others if it gets its act together. So how to produce content here is a question that some people asked themselves about 7 years ago, and they began acting the way they act, and hence we have YouTube stars, YouTube personalities, YouTubers, potatoes. I like calling them YouTubers, you potatoes. And their behavior is now predicated on the way YouTube works, having an inset window, being able to do a split screen, having all the toys and tools. And YouTube, watching the success of those folk, has to its benefit taught others. They make videos about how to be like the most successful, and how to gain more viewers, or etc. The way to behave in order to have more viewers. All of this is antithetical to what I want to do. I want to behave like myself, and if behaving like myself garners viewers, that means those viewers are particularly outsider. They have a critical ability that's different from needing it to look like everything else. They have a longer attention span for sure, because I do long form pieces. I talk for long stretches. I set up stories to be long. So you have to have at least that much brain power and that much attention span. At this point, you have to also speak English, because I'm doing them all in English. I don't know why I'm doing them all in English. Je ne sais pas pourquoi. Yo no sé por qué. தெரியாது. 为什么在这个我不知道。I don't know if anybody understood that, but I attempted just now to say why I'm doing it like this. I don't know in French, Spanish, Tamil, and Chinese. 为什么你做这个？我也不知道了。Someone might say. My Chinese is rusty, to say the least. And but it's present always in the mind. 想不起来了。It's called slow beam. Another solution here might be to move the speaker, right? What happens if we do that? I mean, technically it's a battery-powered speaker. So, seems like I should be able to even... Yeah, I think it's better over my shoulder behind me, right? This track is called Slow Beam. I think I want it right here. That's where I want it, right next to the elephant. All right, we're going to make some moves. Hang on a sec, folks. Looks like the general fell down. Georg. Yeah, I like the speaker over there, right? Oh my God, so much better mix. Why do I spend 10 minutes of every show dicking the kitty, as an old artist friend of mine used to say, dicking the kitty. That's poker terminology, meaning the kitty. But I used to make my kid, when he was a little kid, when he was 2 and 3 years old, I would take a sip of a drink and go like that. And so then he started doing it, copying me. And it was so cute and hysterical. Every time he would like sip his little sippy cup and then go. That's good. I have a video of that somewhere. This is slow beam, right? No, this is this is the flutter. Yeah, I can turn it up if it's behind, right? Yeah. All right, so another argument that could be made is that I have no content actually at all, and that what I have is nothing but superficial abilities, such as a strong voice. And so what's uncompelling is there's no content here. And that is kind of true. It's more that the content emerges from the circumstance. And sometimes the circumstance doesn't yield anything for long stretches. You know, it just is. Recently, I submitted a short story to a competition. And I was rereading it last night because the deadline passed, which means they're reading it now. Anytime I submit something to a contest, I try not to think about it because it's just unhealthy to sit around thinking about it. And that goes on until the deadline. And the deadline is always in my head like a little tiny bell waiting to be rung. And then the day the deadline passes, it goes ding. And then I immediately read the thing that I've sent out. And I ask myself, okay, put on the as if you're them reading it. And I did that last night. And I was like, whoa. I was really happy with the story, but I don't think anybody's going to get it. And then I realized I had read it aloud on here. So I quickly went in and made that private so that it's not on the net anywhere. The winner gets $3,500. I think there are 7 people who place or something like that, top 8 or top 10 or something. And they get $500 and recognition by the contest. The contest is named after a writer who wrote about people and about economics and about circumstance and about, you know, the underprivileged. My character is not underprivileged. He's broke, but he's not underprivileged. So I don't know if it'll suit their context. Welcome to live chat. But it would be cool to win. I haven't won anything in a long time. You know what they say? You can't win if you don't compete, right? And most of the time I don't compete. Is this not painting by? Oh, it is. This thing is so cool. This is that Spanish impressionist. These are Italian gardens painted by a Spanish impressionist who was a contemporary of Picasso. His name is Rossignol. So beautiful. Beauty. Beauty. Put lyrics on this stuff. What is this one? Well, this one's called Trunk Get Fat Fat. Trunk Get Fat Fat is the name of this one. Which was that ding dang dong dong. This one's cool. I like the rhythm of it. It's staggered or delayed in a way. Where's Georg Washington gonna go? Oh, my angelic being who comes to life in the midnight. You're my devil creature that distracts me in the day. You're everything I ever wanted, you're everything I ever needed. And you're about the size of a bottle cap. And sometimes I pop you in my mouth and eat you and swallow you down, and you're stuck in my stomach and I can't get to you. And other times I end up just, shitting you out and having to root through my stool to find you. And still other times I put you up on a shelf on a pedestal real high. And other times I just toss you around like you're worth nothing to me at all. Oh, it ends quickly. Oh, we could bring out that drawer. Get some echo. That's a Regala horse. Backwards. I can put this thing in backwards. What is in here? Oh man, this is an incredibly important device. This could literally save humanity. This is a device that for a perpetual fuel. How to distill a perpetual fuel. A fuel that will last for all of eternity. That's what that is. You see that? This is critical science here, guys. That's how to distill the most perfect fuel in history. Right there. Stationary from the Pickwick. I like that. That could be useful. The Labors of Alexander. You know, Rene Magritte died the year I was born. And this is one of those artists, I think I told you, has an idea of reincarnation. I reproduced this, one of his last drawings. The Labors of Alexander. Oh, that's good. It's going to have to be ripped. That's cool though, right? Is that better? Yeah, I think it's good. Bring the other Juante forward. Seems like every day I get in here with the intention of not fiddling around when I walk in, and every day I end up fiddling around when I walk in for X amount of time. And then I get to this point, I go, that's perfect. Like, now we can start the show. And it's 23 minutes in. Yeah, so I wouldn't blame you if you thought that I have no idea what I'm doing. But I am conducting a personal deal here, as much as I am a performance piece for you guys. I think Bob's not going to be in frame anymore. Yeah, sorry, Bob. You know why? Because I want to get these books in. That's what we're going to do. That's how it ought to be right there. Right? This is 3 1/3 is the name of this track. Do you understand the title? See, the tree, which has been cut down by man, which means it should be dead, has now grown over the axe of man with its roots, which is a surrealist thing. And then he titled it The Labors of Alexander, because that's the first one who tried to, the grand unification of all mankind and to be lord over the organism of Earth or whatever. I think that's what. There's a lot of implications there, actually, if I'm honest. I'm Tamil. I'm Indian. So I'm an outsider to all that shit. I think it's funny. I think y'all are funny. It's a shame that while you were being funny, you went around butchering, enslaving, and genociding people. It's kind of a bummer, that part of it. I'm honest. is interesting. Here's something antithetical to painting. Boom, boom. Yeah, we could just sit here and make up lyrics to all this stuff if we wanted, right? This is called Chipple. And once again, I'm just killing time till the half-hour mark so I can turn this stream off. And the biggest reason for that is no one's watching this. Not now and not later. People who do end up watching it, they'll watch a few minutes, maybe. So this is future filler. This is filler for the future. Some future time when somebody's scouring through all my crap looking for something I might have said has to go through all this crap. So that's who this is for. Wakata, waka 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 wakata. And unfortunately, there's not much here, pal. Sorry. I wish I had some grand statement I could make, but I didn't really have that. Should we randomly grab a journal and read a comment out of it? How about that one? This is a glowing orange one. And it says, November 25th, 2014 to August 35th, 2015. Okay? Well, there's some pretty cool stuff in here. Dude, the Bagman is in here. Oh, there's some script in here. Borges. We were talking about Borges yesterday, right? From Zahir. I reflected that every coin in the world is a symbol of those famous coins which glitter in history and fable. Charon's obol, Belisarius, Judas's 30 coins, drachmas of Lais. Money is abstract. Money is the future tense. Making room for Macomber by moving McLean. This was all bookstore stuff.
No, you're not very wrong. You're just going along for your own good. No,
Okay, here's a character study. Professor, tenured, older, lives a Spartan-controlled, highly organized, and orderly existence. Doesn't seek financial wealth, just to continue to be ethical, moral, quiet. Imagine Cain in Inception, it says here.
No, you're not very wrong. You're just going wrong. No, you're not really wrong. You're just going along for your own good.
Oh, a review of The Reluctant Fundamentalist by Mohsin Hamid. Wow, there's so much weird stuff in here.
No, you're not very wrong. You're just
Going along for your own. Cricket. The Winter of Harry and Gary. 2 men died during the time of this journal. One was named Harry, the other was named Gary. So this is a... Yeah, man. Combustion engine drawings of like... I don't know what yeah. You know, a lot of it is just not knowing what the fuck I'm doing, but doing it anyway. Miriam. Oh, the nurses, right. Oh, here's a poem. May 2nd, 2015. The extent to which never too far. It'll snap then, and we both know the outcome. I consider it all the time. You embarrass me. You disgust me. And that's my own problem. I disgust and sicken you, but the way you treat me is shameful. And that can't be just mine. It's a pretty good poem. Man, I wish there was something more in here that was... Patangus sulphuratus, the great Kiskadee. Smartphones in a handful of years have become ubiquitous. 2007 to 2015. Quisculus quiscula. Yeah, not much in here, kids. So basically, I'm a talentless idiot. And we crossed 30 minutes, and no one will ever see this, ever. Crazy, huh?